valve acknowledging E-box, but let's run through the
Deze tijd vraagt om jou. Maar wat houdt je tegen? Twijfel je of je het aan kan? Of moet je er juist voor gaan? Ontdek wat je kan als je er niet alleen voor staat. Tijd om de stap te zetten. Tijd voor Defensie.
able to find the finish. This is the team that we're talking about on overpass. It looked like the comms were flowing, everything was there. A lot of flashing for each other, the teamwork. They weren't playing individual Counter-Strike.
How's this for individual Counter-Strike? Gets straight past the HEs. Exertion ahead of the play, but they've already completely vacated.
You do the same again, and this time you have even more, right? You're not worried about getting blocked. You know that there's not going to be any scouts in the mix. They have to take the eco, otherwise they'd just be flushing the game down the drain. There's one smoke for Heavy God. He's going to lob that out. But at 1 minute, that'll be gone. They're going to have to part behind this, so taking a gamble right now.
USP bullets do connect a little onto Jimmy. Two of them a little low, but absolutely nothing to celebrate here for G2 on the eco.
Have to be very sloppy on the finish. Still that minute on the clock. That smoke is now gone.
Haven't really seen any of that sloppiness from Mouse.
Yeah, they're the ones who have been winning out the scenarios, especially on overpass that maybe they shouldn't. That Torji clutch, 2v2 late on towards the B-bomb side.
Just hoping to catch something around these smokes, pushing out, and it's all dealt with. Looking rather effortless. You boys will be seeing them tomorrow.
Yeah, winner of this takes on Vitality. Already locked in Spirit versus Furia. Panther versus the Dragon tomorrow. We'll see what form Donk and the boys are in. Furia looked great today against Aurora, who had those stage jitters, no surprise. Need for the cross. Yeah, get it towards B safely short. Okay, you know there's a player up close long. He's just spammed through the long doors. You've heard that. And Car, and that right there, mid-door smoke and Xbox, denying the ability for Short to really cause any chaos. You could jump up through this, as you can see. Exertion ready to play off Brolin. Not a lick of damage done as they've taken short control for free. Now they start to work through the nades. They have so much for the finish, and we're not even at that point just yet. Sampaius poking his nose in middle, wants to catch somebody sleeping. You block short, you know it's a possibility now. Staying diligent on the search, a HE lands, damage done.
Yeah, that one leaves a mark. Sampaius, an opportunity here with that AWP head-to-head. Torji anticipating the reclear. Not going to meet each other just yet.
So leaving B is Heavy God. They're going to play for mid to B right now. If it is a B split, timing of the Spinks lurk can be the difference maker. Are they going to drop Exertion into spawn?
He's positioned to do so. Sampaius, though, he's ahead of it. Oh, can't hit it. Exertion can. Hunter, though, stalwart on the site, maintains control. They're running out of time. They got to move. Brolin trying to lead the charge, trying to find a way in. Hunter's still there. You've got to get past Hunter. 10 seconds, a headshot angle. Oh, gets them both on the spray.
Blue CT.
There's nothing they can do. G2, thanks to a massive double out of Mattis. Hunter as well, just constantly blocking on the short side. G2 get their first round in this second half.
I think as soon as the AWP goes down, the call changes. All right, let's go away. We don't have to get past this big green. We know that it's not towards middle. We're just going to be able to take some liberties out short. And yeah, you mentioned the time. That was a bit of a problem. Cyclone going to take second tactical timeout. No issues in the bite for Mouse. 3 staying alive for G2. They can drop guns. They'll be all good in the hood as well. And it becomes a 2-round game, but you need to win consecutive to break the finances of Mouse. So that one felt dicey. A lot of these rounds, especially the ones finishing late on a knife's edge. Otherwise, it feels like it's over in the opening exchanges. One kill comes in, so does another, and then it falls apart for one team.
Small detail that may not matter, but Torji unable to afford an upgrade of his Kev. He's only got 5 armor left, potentially. Could fall foul to a 1-bullet headshot.
This looks sketchy from Mattis, right? He's just
I mean, the
in a
second
tough spot. Yeah, he's had some great moments as well on overpass with the aim. Wasn't enough to get them across the line. Torji, is he going to take this long spawn for a peek? He is.
He's going to meet 3 of them on the other side of that. Peeks in. Wow, okay. Wow, quick flick onto Malbs. G2 got to operate at a disadvantage right out of the gates.
Yeah, this is those other type of rounds I was talking about, not the ones who are finishing late, the ones that feel like they're over early. And this is where G2 aren't playing from behind, so Sampaius needs to find something on these breaks. He has another HE, sees nobody scaling up short. That's information. That helps out Hunter. He can stay assisting that of Heavy God over towards long for now, but with the repos, unless Maus go walking in one at a time, they group up, they find the finish, they can trade out effectively.
Oh no, if he wants to go pick that up, he could have caught, or been caught by Spinks. Confirmation is there though.
Feels like you have to push off the back of that or do something, but right now, to mid to B smoke, that B site feels even smaller, even more disconnected
well
from Hunter and Heavy God on A.
Throws it down.
If it's a mid to B, Sampaius and that Amatis, between them, we need 3 kills. Without it, it's just going to be a save.
They're certainly looking that way with Exertion lining up that CT smoke. Sampaius to be tested. And he's just not found the lethality he needed. A leg shot into Exertion. How many more chances will you get? Nice angle. Adopted matters with empty hands.
Save.
And an empty bomb site. East side taken 10 to read the top of the tables upon the explosion of that bomb.
They might lose more here. Showing yourself over towards CT. You need to hold on to these guns. Oh, we're not getting drawn into a counter game of Counter-Strike. This is all macro, especially when the opening pick comes in, right? There's a strong finish. The details are there. Maus are looking great. You can't argue with the Counter-Strike you're seeing right now. Might not be the crowd favorite, but they never are, and they continue to make deep runs. This is something that they're used to now.
And this was one hell of an opening. Just half a second flash of Malbs. That's all it takes.
And not even in the round. You're just trying to stop the long play. You're throwing the molly, you're not doing the smoke with the blue bin molly, you're playing heavy for long, so you're actually wanting to take the jewels and take the space off the rip, and there for Mattis jumping up. He's in such a tough position. Knows that there is going to be the lurk coming through upper tunnels, has mid to B to deal with.
And as he elects to jump up, he eats the flashback. It's just brutal.
The choice right now is, do we force buy behind these 2 M4s, or do we go for the save and then we can all buy into the next? Well, I think we can see which decision that's going to be based off the heads-up display right there. Saul took that time out to have this conversation, and we have just lost Exertion from the server, so one moment, please.
But yeah, if anything, I think I'd use that as fuel if I'm Maus. You say, you know, this is the same scenario, they find themselves in the playoffs. They are the librarians.
The only way it's going to change is when they start lifting trophies, and then at that point it's undeniable, right? At this point, I think a lot of people sit and they look at these results and go, oh, these kids are playing spoiler to what could be maybe a more exciting game. So, oh, they beat Vitality, now they're in the final, okay, they lose to Spirit. That was Cologne.
That was, yeah. I mean, there was definitely this excitement. There was this buzz in the air after the win in the semi-final.
It was the breakthrough.
Okay, listen to me. We're gonna do something special, okay?
Oh, you tease.
All right, well, we will have to wait until we're back underway before we can start having a chit-chat about that, but... It is good that Maus are picking up where they left off. One of the things that I thought could become a bit of an issue is it didn't work in 2025. There were murmurs about roster changes, nothing changed. It's the same team. They're in interviews saying, yeah, okay, we still have faith in one another. The team is still the team. This is a very mature squad, right? The way, especially for young men, the way that they're talking about, they understand the process. You talk to Sankrin, it's about those last few percent. What can they get out of this team? Because maybe, just maybe, the dialogue will never shift, even if they are lifting trophies. They might not become those household names, those superstars, but you cannot argue with results. That's what this is about.
And the results are damn good.
Yeah, 14 events in 2025, 5 grand finals, 1 trophy, 7 top 4 placements, 2 5th to 8ths.
Just a wardrobe full of bridesmaids' outfits. Never the bride. So we've actually got Exertion back. It seems Hunter's having issues now. But it does feel that this is starting to slip out of their grasp.
Again, they've been playing from behind in so many of these situations, right? Heavy God, okay, awesome 1v3.
It was.
You know, but there's just not enough. And in a lot of these situations, Mao's are the ones who are dictating the tone. Right on the CT side, they're playing aggressive, they're pushing up middle, they're pushing the lower, they're taking the fights. G2 are opening these rounds and they're understanding these things are possible, but they're not the ones connecting the dots in the openings. They get 3 opening kills in the whole first half on the T side, their map choice.
Yeah.
This is home turf. You were so close on overpass. You win that, you're thinking you get this done in 2. Trying to return to the form we saw in London last year.
Crown seems a long way away from G2 in this current moment. Their map pick, and as always, as Chad has already highlighted, playing from behind.
All right, what's special that Blonde's got installed? Tech issues sorted. Underway we go. Torji boost up, making sure they can't take that space into lower. 4-man long start this time from G2 to guarantee that control. Can't keep giving that over to Mouse this time.
Amount of space, just stretching his legs up mid. 1 minute 37, he's peeking into the A site.
Pius on the ramp, he's going to get caught off guard with the timings here.
Yeah, you'd expect so, right?
Not a single sound cue, just walking out. Okay. Oh, got the info, but they're still out.
Yeah, and that summons the long response. Malb's trying to hit some shots. We know he's good for it on that Desert Eagle, but not happening. Shredded upon arrival, just Malbs his Deagle here. Heavy got disconnected from the short side. He's going to be the last arrival. It's just perfect. So easy. Jimmy's ready for you. Flowing nicely. Kind of outrageous from Exertion as well. I wonder if that was the something special. You just stroll straight up.
Yeah, right. This is kind of a tone setter as well, right? You're catching them off guard. If they think they've been looking at the strat book, looking for the tendencies, well, we're just going to waltz on out. Because I think that Mao's, by backing their aim against G2, that's the tipping of the tides of this one. Both these teams have very strong fundamental approaches. Both these teams have players who can shoot damn hard. The difference is Mao's are extremely experienced in this environment, especially when you compare that to G2.
Must-win round for G2. And Pius is not afraid to play with some aggression. The smoke's going to deny him the line towards lower. Fans haven't given up yet. But the perfect flashbang. Need Mattis to activate. He can't find it. Important from Pius. Puts down Exertion, keeps him to 1. There's another though. Spinks takes his place, does better. Finds another headshot, and now they know Heavy God is likely alone.
Oh, she's activating.
Yeah. Ooh. Gets spotted the back of the site. You're peeking into an AWP, but you crazy. He's gone on down. B side open for business. And Mao's to seize 12.
This is polished. The reactions are there. The comms are flowing. The understanding of the situation. Everything Mao's are doing. You can't argue with it.
You just can't. Even that like staggered 1-2 out mid. Perfect flashbang, comes through the door. Pius forced off the line. Mattis M4 versus AK. Brutal.
And this is great, right? Torji knows he just has to hold the line because he has a teammate coming with you two. And Heavy God knows that. I can't sit in the side. I'm going to get mollied. I'm going to get naded. They're going to scale on me. I have to take the fight. And a level of frustration now for G2. Their run looking to come to a close in just 1 round's time. Starting in stage 1, win over Passion, win over Liquid. Both of them 3 mappers. Start off with a 2-0 over Mongols. Fresh with Cobra Zero in the jersey. The take on Foot, who upset Furia, and that was their ticket to the playoffs. It was the Spirit game, I think, gave people some hope that G2 have what it takes to go toe-to-toe with some of the world's best, but a lower pressure game. And a Spirit who are still going through their motions. Just 5 kills for Mouse to book another semi-final.
Oh, it could be just Malbs here. They're already coming on out. Counter flash, Malbs gives the space. Mattis takes some. Gonna try and trade territory.
Yeah, you need to do this, otherwise you're gonna regret this map. I think you never made moves, but they boosted over. Now they're finding the gap. Yeah, Malbs, they're closer than you think, son.
Way closer. He's expecting nothing. Sampayas. Oh, swap into his nades. He's lost a teammate. Malbs has gone down. How convincing can you make it, Mouse? Supposed to be G2's map pick.
And look at this. Brolin just slinks into B. They have the entire map. Wherever they want to finish right now, they can. 60 seconds and more to work with. Brolin with the full belt with nades. He's going to catch Heavy God off guard.
Yeah, they're going to make this agonizing. They're going to use every second on that clock. First strike on long, and the final knockout blow on that B-bomb site. Flash didn't get too much in the way of answers.
This isn't even the conversation, though, is it?
No, the conversation is that B site is already lost. Oh, and there's Brolin revealing his hand. B site's gone, boys. Heavy God relays that info. Exertion versus Mattis. He's pre-aiming it. He's ready. Mouse sailing to the semi-finals. Making it look near effortless. A Hail Mary through the smoke. Last man to fall. Hunter will do what he can, but that is Mouse's map. That is Mouse series. A knockout blow to G2, and they get 1 round on the CT side of their map.
Yeah, that's some class Counter-Strike from Mouse. Everything clicking right now. That is Team Counter-Strike on display, but Spinks, he came in as a tone setter. It was a team effort here on Dust 2. Torji on the AWP was just picking them apart, but Mouse have teed up their 12th head-to-head with Vitality. This will be the 5th semi-final against the bane of their existence. It's the World Tour. Austin, Cologne, London, Chengdu, now Krakow. But the form that they're in, looking to start 2026 with a bang. Something's got to give. Change is mandatory. And is this the form that could see a repeat of Cologne? G2 on the other side. Back to the drawing board. The fact that they made the playoffs. It's going to be a tough pill to swallow.
Especially with the overpass. The overpass gave them, gave us all a hope that this was going to be truly, you know, G2's coming of age, coming onto that playoff stage, but not to be. Mouse with such polish. And for G2, there was gaps, and they were exploited by the more developed team.
And many more reps required for G2 if they want to contend with some of Counter-Strike's best. And that is Mouse. We have OJ down on the sidelines with Spinks.
Thank you, Chad. I'm here with my man Spinks. We just had a little chat. I said, how did you find it? Big smile on your face. Playing on this stage here in Krakow. First time ever in this building. How did you find it?
I'm super enjoying. I think the crowd might not be super towards us, but I'm just enjoying to be on the stage. I don't care if the crowd is with me or against me. I'm just enjoying the moment.
Well, you should enjoy it as well. You took on a G2 who, you know, they did what they did. They looked how they looked, but you guys did it in 2. What do you think the secret was of playing up here? Because we talk about you as a team that's got everything, but sometimes you feel the pressure.
Yeah, I think this game we won 2-0, but we had a lot of moments we were not focused, and it was a bit chaotic for us. So I'm happy we managed to win, but maybe against a better team, we don't come back from this one, so we still need to do better for tomorrow.
Well, let's talk about tomorrow. Vitality, they have looked strong, they have looked good, they have been the team to beat over the last 12 to 18 months. How do you approach that matchup?
Same like any match. Vitality, of course, was the best team for 2025. We don't know still what we expect from them for 2026. But same like any match, we just need to be a bit better, and I'm sure we can win.
You're the man. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. He's here tomorrow with Mouse. Put your hands together for Spinks and Mouse. Ready to the semi-finals. Freya, what you got for us?
Yeah, Mouse once again locked and loaded into the semi-finals and making mincemeat of G2 on Dust 2. We thought this one was going to be a competitive affair, but Mouse clearly had other ideas. First event coming into the 2026 season and looking very good up on this very stage. Zerston joins us over here on the desk.
Hello.
First of all, congratulations. This must be a nice start to 2026, right?
Yeah, feels good to get our first stage win. Also our first game on stage in 2026. Also against a pretty scary team. They can have a lot of momentum and yeah, I think we did really well.
Do you think people underestimate your Dust 2? They're underrating you on this map?
Yeah, of course. Also, it was our permaban, but at the end of it, we were like 6-2 against the very best. We beat Vitality, we beat Falcons. So yeah, I don't really understand why everyone is picking it against us, but obviously we were really prepared today for it and happy we have another win on it.
Last year, you guys had a lot of games on stage, right? And in a lot of them, you were the underdog. Does it feel nice to be the more experienced team on stage now in the matchup?
For sure. Obviously, we have Vitality up next, so it differs again. But yeah, I feel like we're really experienced now, and against teams like maybe G2 or Aurora, I feel like we're really comfortable on stage compared to them, and I think that was the biggest difference today.
You mentioned Vitality, and you know it's been a historical matchup so far, especially last year. What's going to be different this time around? What do you think, and what do you hope is going to be different tomorrow? Because we've seen how this one's been going.
Well, obviously, I hope that we put on a good fight. I think last matches were 2-2 against them or something like this, so we definitely understand more how to play against them compared to the 9-0 in the past. Yeah, I don't know what to expect yet. Obviously, first we need to watch and analyze their game a little bit, but yeah, no promises. We're going to go out tomorrow and do our best.
Did you tell Space to be more aggressive? It looked like that today.
Of course, it's something where we are working on because we need to activate the playmaking side of him since he joined us. And I think he's doing it really well. This tournament he's playing incredible. And yeah, he was just feeling it. He's an animal. He has this instinct, killer instinct as I call it.
Yeah, because I read your interview where you said you would have to, like, you know, you took a little bit of a step back to allow more space for like the other guys in terms of making more plays. And how's that one been for you? And do you feel like this is like a new way of seeing how Mouse should be playing?
Yeah, of course, we strive to have more aggressive players than me in the team. I think also Torji is getting more entry duels also on City side. His entry percent was really high coming into this game. I think also today he had a lot of good entries. So yeah, definitely it's something I would like to see, but it's also a bit different as I played basically really aggressive my whole career. So now it's a bit different playing these late rounds or clutches. I'm really not used to it, to be honest.
I think we mentioned a bit Dust 2 in terms of being back in the pool, and you guys have shown strength to it, but also the map that got removed was maybe your best map in train. So how difficult has it been to figure out your map pool and the strengths and what you're going to go for in some of these vetoes? For this game, we were thinking, you know, there's a chance you might go for Mirage, you could go for Inferno, you ended up, you know, with Overpass.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of really good maps, but as you said, Train was definitely our favorite. And coming into this season, when they changed the map pool, that Dennis, our coach, said that we must get 1 or 2 maps that we feel really confident to pick against anyone. And I think at the moment we have more than 2, to be honest. We feel really confident about all the maps. And yeah, we can also see it. It's our third 2-0 in a row against good teams, top 10, top 8 teams, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, I'm just really happy we're able to show a good map pool.
Spinks had a really nice quote that we've been referencing a lot up here. Those final 2-3 percentages, he said, would have made the difference for you guys lifting trophies last year. Do you see it being that close? And if so, do you see yourself pushing those percentages at the beginning of this year?
Yeah, of course. We reached so many finals last year. It's going to be really close about winning them. And obviously, we didn't win the important ones. But at the end of the day, it's also CS. So there is always going to be a loser. There's always going to be a winner. Unfortunately, last year we were the loser. Vitality was the main winners. And coming into this year, we're even more motivated to take that step over. A lot of people counting us out, saying that we might run out of the energy and fuel. But obviously, first event already semi-finals. So yeah, just looking forward to get to those finals again and to prove ourselves that we can actually lift the trophies.
You decided to skip Bounty, and this is your first event of 26. How, like, what's been the main focus apart from the things we already touched and you wanted to have more playmakers? What's been the focus for you in the Mouse game?
Well, we focused on sharpening our map pool, on getting Overpass integrated into our system. I think that it was not our best map last year, so I think that in general we are super confident in our map pool, and we just need more playtime, and this event with various implications didn't really make sense for us to play. I'm not a genius about that, it's not my topic, but yeah, we trust the coaching staff, we have a really tight schedule, and yeah, I just hope that we will not run out of energy in any tournament.
Just one final question from my side. You mentioned the word confidence, and I don't know about anybody else, but whenever we've kind of seen you in the booth, seen you on media day and stuff, there seems to be a little bit more attitude about MOUZ, right? There seems to be a little bit of something brewing. Is that something that you've been focusing on with the guys? We know obviously Torzi's like the hype man when you're in the games, but just in terms of the kind of vision around MOUZ, has anything changed there?
No, I think it's just individually everyone is feeling maybe a little bit more easy. It's the start of the season. We have yet to lose like a really important game. So, of course, that is a big factor of it. But at the same time, my goal this year is to enjoy CS more. I feel like I was a bit burnt out at some points last year. And also in my stage performances, I was maybe a bit tilting too much or doing stuff that I don't usually do. Also today, I don't think I played my best. But obviously, it's all a step at a time. And if I can help my team being dead and communicating, I will do that as well.
And anything you'd like to say to all the MOUZ fans who've been cheering you on out there?
Thank you everyone for cheering for us. It feels great to have some fans by our side at times, and yeah, keep cheering, and hopefully we bring trophies for you this year.
Thank you so much, Zesh, and congratulations once again. And yeah, we'll be singing the semi-finals versus Vitality tomorrow, but that does mean it is time to be checking in with our DHL MVP.
Who will be the DHL MVP? You decide. You can participate in the DHL MVP vote as it happens. Make sure to be tuned into the Twitch stream and be ready to have your say.
Yes, indeed. It is time for you guys watching along at home to have your say. 3 very tasty options to be choosing from this second quarterfinal. Spinks being served up on a silver platter to you, Dupree. I think we know who you might be going with in this one.
Oh, really? There's no doubt that my old teammate in Spinks, you know, I think he had a very, very great game. You know, he was very important in many of the situations. He would get a lot of information. I think that's what's to take out, but he also proved to me a little bit that they have been working in the decision of trying to play more aggressive. It was great to see.
Torzi up as option number 2. I'm loving seeing the bounce back from him, not least because of the heartbreak that he experienced in Budapest. But it's great to see him popping off when you get him comfortable in that open.
Yeah, absolutely. Stepped up towards the end of overpass, end of regulation, and in overtime. Then on Dust 2 was just solid all around and had a good series.
Final option is actually going to be Roland. Not only leading in the cooling department, but leading by example as well.
Isn't his name Christopher?
Christopher
Man, he
Roland.
directed something pretty sick, actually.
He did the Oppenheimer, right?
Yeah, something like that. Either way, JL, who would you be voting for out of Roland, Torzi, and Spinks?
I mean, the obvious answer is always to go for Spinks, the highest rated player. But just because I see an Ing leader here at the DHL MVP, I'm gonna go for Roland.
Big respect. We love to see that. I do think we need to put the shoe on the other foot for a moment to talk about G2 and sadly the collapse that we saw on Dust 2, because very competitive on that overpass. Moving on to their map pick, I think Dershan was right. People are underestimating them on Dust 2, but what was, I don't know, a key issue that you saw unfolding for G2 there?
I think it was problematic outside of the pistol round and the conversion in first half, just struggling in gun rounds, struggling to win consecutive rounds. They had a couple of close ones towards that B bomb side, but it seemed like also MOUZ had pretty decent reads on how they were going to play. You know, they had good mid setups when G2 seemed to want to finish at the B bomb side doing mid to B splits, and on the CT side just couldn't get anything going. You know, that sole gun round getting reset and not being able to get any momentum really.
Just gotta praise MOUZ for how they played. I think they had a lot of good answers to what was being thrown at them, and sometimes it's just your opponent having a good day, and obviously G2 also have to look at themselves and see what they could have done better. But MOUZ, they played on a lot of strings, you know, not only always playing defensively. We saw Spinks moving into tunnels. He was going top mid, you know, he was really trying to find the openings. And then I guess Torsi also just being a rock solid towards A bomb.
Considering the point that we're looking at G2 within the wider context of the team rebuild, now we're sort of, 6 months down the line, JL. Is this a problem that they're not making it to a semi-final, or are you still giving them a little bit more leeway considering the size of the rebuild that G2 had to endure?
I mean, ever since they won their tournament, they've kind of been going downhill at the VRS rating, and I feel like it's because they're not doing enough or not winning enough games or not showing enough potential that they have in them. Maybe now is the time to actually think about making some changes or switching something up in the team that might actually propel you to play better.
Well, we are going to get a few closing thoughts courtesy of Saw upon his exit of the Intel Extreme Masters Crackle.
Didn't work out for G2 today. I've got Saw, the coach here. What is your first view on what went wrong today, Saw?
I think, to be honest, the whole match was quite sloppy from us, like a lot of individual mistakes, and we were not able to show the team play that we needed to show. And then, like, they were able to punish our mistakes. So it's pretty simple in that way that the team who makes the most mistakes probably loses. And yeah, we got punished by that, of course.
Sometimes that is the way it happens. Do you think it has something to do with the fact that it's been a while since you were able to play on a stage like this, and that for MOUZ, of course, they have tons of reps in that regard?
Well, it could be possibly, but I mean, also, like, we started Overpass pretty strong, I would say, so, and like the hype and the energy was there, and I didn't feel nerves in that way. So I don't know if it's about the stage. I think it's most likely some other things, but yeah.
From a Frank perspective, you as a coach, you know, with that big initial success in London, is it taking a bit too long for you to see what you know these guys can do, or what's your perspective?
Well, I mean, I think it's still early on in the season right now. And, well, this is the important season in that way that the last season was like building the new roster and building everything. So this season, obviously, it's more that we need to perform. Reaching playoffs here, in a way, is a decent step. But then on the other hand, like, well, the match today, this match against MOUZ was disappointing. So we need to still do better. But it's going to be a long season, and I hope we can step up like the next events.
You're heading straight back to Cluj after this, so there is no rest. Thank you for talking to me, Saw. Good luck.
Yeah, certainly a move in the right direction for G2, but stepping no further here in Krakow, which does tee us up, Janko, with the 12th head-to-head between Vitality and MOUZ, since Spinkt was moved from Vitality to MOUZ.
Yeah, pretty one-sided rivalry, but we should heed what Exertion said. They're 2-2 in the last 4 matchups, right? So that gives you a bit of hope for MOUZ. It's at these stages of the tournament where usually it did go pretty one-sided for Vitality, but just to touch quickly on Saw's interview, you know, I feel like G2 had a good run here, definitely had their opportunities in the matchup, but this is where now you need to see this happen on a consistent basis. They need to get a bigger sample size of them performing in playoffs to pinpoint, okay, if things keep going wrong, what's the reason? Does a player shut down in terms of communication? Does someone get too frustrated maybe and is ruining the chemistry and whatnot? You know, they made the playoffs here with 6 teams going through the playoffs. Next week in Cluj, 8 teams are making it, so they absolutely need to repeat this sort of a performance and, you know, see where this roster is going.
I always love these exit interviews because specifically when people are being very honest, and I feel like Saul was just being extremely honest that he was a little bit disappointed in them not putting out a better fight, and they maybe couldn't convert how good they actually can be into today's match. And it is moving forward for G2. That is the whole thing for them. They did have the rebuild last season, but it's interesting to see where they're going to end up in, let's say, 3 months.
Yeah, well, when I look at the teams that do remain, one thing does spring to mind, and that is that 3 out of the 4 of them are in contention for the ESL Grand Slam. Now, it won't be happening at this event, but if you're Vitality, you are surely eyeing this opportunity up, right? You're already halfway there. You need the championship level event, which of course Spirit has, winning IM Cologne, but wouldn't it be ridiculous to see the first back-to-back team, Janko, achieving the ESL Grand Slam in what? Basically a year's span? That would be insane.
Would be great for Vitality, I'm sure, right? And as you mentioned, you need to have either Krakow or Cologne out of those 4. So for Vitality, this would be great timing because then you get multiple opportunities at some of these smaller IEMs also to clinch it. And we remember with FaZe, you know, and their Grand Slam, finally getting it in 2023, it was starting to get to their nerves, right? You know, they didn't have many opportunities left. So, yeah, Vitality, I feel, even with the remaining field, still the main favorite here for the trophy.
Clearly, and if there's one team to do the back-to-back, that will probably be Vitality.
Are you saying that through gritted teeth?
That's fine. That's fine. I've retired already, so I'm fine, okay? Like, the first time I got to hear of the Grand Slam, I was like, that's never going to be possible for anyone to achieve, and now we've seen multiple teams do it.
And you were the first
I know.
as well. You will always be the first.
It's not about me anymore, Frank.
Looking at the semi-finals, though, JL, Spirit versus Furia, Vitality versus MOUZ, which one's more exciting, do you think? Which one are you really looking forward to the most?
I feel like they're both really exciting. I mean, Vitality and Spirit on either side of the bracket kind of set us up a really nice grand final for us, if they win their respective games, of course. But yeah,
I wouldn't forget about Furia, though. I think Furia at the moment is a slight favorite in that game against Spirit because Spirit made 2 roster changes. And Magisk is new to the IGL role, and of course, they have Donk, and you can never count out a team that has Donk on the roster. But, you know, Furia played a very good game today. They've been getting better with each game so far in this tournament, and, you know, they're looking more like the Furia of the tail end of 2025, and if they show up in that sort of form tomorrow, I think it will be a tough task for Spirit.
Hey, literally anything can happen. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for day 1 here of the playoffs at the Intel Extreme Masters Krakow 2026. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place for semi-final Saturday.
heat.
Let's move out.
Okay, bro. Let's go. Hello, B, guys. Hello.
Go 1A. I go mid to Donut. 3B. 3B.
Smoke out.
Purple, go big. Purple.
Throwing fire. Grenade out.
Speed.
Okay.
B, bomb B.
Terrorists win.
Let's go mid.
Keep them out.
Stop.
Again B.
Grenade out.
Oh, 1B.
Terrorists win. Bomb has been planted.
B.
Let's push mid, guys.
Left side.
Okay, I go cave.
We are out of here.
Go blue, go A. Go A. Stay info.
Grenade out. Incendiary out. Throwing a grenade.
B, again B. Mid, low. One mid, one ram, I think. It's mid.
Fuck. Shut the fuck up, I didn't saw him.
Cave, wait, he's coming. Why push him? Why?
Yellow wide, dude.
Go. Show them who we are. Decoys out. Flashbang out. Grenade out. Flashbang. Throwing smoke. Flashbang. Throwing grenade. Throwing flashbang. distract them from our lands. Forward! The guy's out! Flashbang!
for spawns, okay? To B. One A to mid,
I'll play
maybe.
mid. Smoke out. In connector.
One, two, three, four. Brother, you have 7,000 kills in this knife. What the fuck?
How lucky are those son of a bitches, bro? Yeah, how lucky are...
Terrorists win.
Let's go. Smoking. Throwing flashbang. Bomb has been defusing the bomb.
Terrorists win.
Gear up. We're going in. Incendiary out. Smoke out. Throwing flashbang.
Bomb has been planted.
Let's give it to the boys. Laying down smoke. Flashbang. Throwing smoke. Flashbang. Grenade out.
EVP, man.
It's It's OB.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, I think this guy should report me.
Bomb has been planted.
Smoke.
Counter-terrorists win. All right. Smoke out. Throwing fire. Deploying flashbang. Throwing a grenade. Flashbang out. Grenade. Throwing grenade. Throwing flashbang. Grenade out.
Bombi.
You sure?
Yeah.
One was on A.
Maybe they go mid.
He's going A. He's going A, bro.
Bomb drop.
You have bomb.
He has bomb. Okay, I'm telling you, he went A, bro.
Yeah, but
Bro, blue have bomb, bro.
connect.
Bomb main B.
Ah, sorry.
Counter-terrorists win. Yes, yes! Watch out. These boys have got a bit of an arsenal and they don't mind using it. Smoking. Throwing fire. Throwing flashbang. Flashbang. Throwing smoke. Live grenade. Grenade out. sky. Throwing flashbang. Deploying flashbang.
Terrorists win.
Right into them. Let's go. Smoke. Grenade out. Fire. Grenade. Throwing flashbang. Throwing smoke. Grenade out. Flashbang. Deploying flashbang. Grenade. Throwing flashbang.
Counter-terrorists win.
We're really laying into them. This is our fight. Let's go. Smoke. I'm throwing grenade. I'm throwing a flashbang. Throwing a flashbang. I'm planting the bomb.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
You have few bit to think you will win. Let's be safe and swift. Smoke. I'm throwing a flashbang. Grenade out. Throwing fire. Grenade. Flashbang. Throwing a flashbang. Grenade out. They're better